Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Worldology, and I'm going to talk about the server browser in this game, in Battlefield, right? My last recording got whacked up and got muted the whole time, and I didn't know. So I have to talk about the server browser very quick, and it's probably going to be the same length, you know? So the thing with server browser, right? We need the server browser in the game, and the reason why we need the server browser is because it will make casual players more comfortable in a game, even though they'll have like a very wide range to pick from. They'll have the picker, you know the, the picker anxiety or whatnot. I still had that too, but anyways, Dice can probably add a a few official servers of casual players only, and for that, you have to match their KD. Obviously, you have to match your KD, and then that can bring some type of skill-based matchmaking in the game, but only for the server browser. Only for the server browser. No skill-based matchmaking at all, because obviously we're going to have server browser, right? So the server browser, we need the server browser in the game. Seriously, y'all added the server browser to Portal, and people had a lot of freedom, which should not have been the case. And y'all can add the server browser into the main base game, because then how did y'all add it into Portal? So you know, y'all have the power to do that, to put it into the base game. Obviously, it's probably going to be way more different because the main game is the big game, you know. But y'all can still do that, right? Do y'all need battle log? Y'all probably could could have a battle log. It could be better. But what I'm going to say is that, for my idea, my opinion is that y'all, you guys really do need a server browser. The reason why is that the server browser can make the game feel more lively, first. Second, even though if it's showing that your game's dead or whatever y'all are not adding the server browser for, doesn't mean that we join one game, right? See, I joined one game, right? On a server browser. I can pick, like, oh, I can pick my server. And then the game's already about to end, right? And then, oh, it ended. I probably am gonna have to leave. And then when I'm in the middle of the leaving session, I see the new game starting up. Or without even trying to leave the game, I see, oh, the next game going to start in 20 seconds, right? So that means for the server browsers that we have the unbelievable ability to stay in the game for how long we want in the server browser. Meaning that the servers can be popping for the whole night or the whole day, whatever, and it can show more, statistics into y'all game if y'all even are into it. And then if you log into 2042, right? I'll log into one game, I get a server that is half filled with bots, right? And then I leave that server, and then I join another server, and then that game is almost over, and our team is losing. And then I leave, and then et cetera, et cetera. It goes the same way. You rarely get games that like are fully started, and even if they're fully started, not many people is joining the game, right? It's probably half filled with bots. Some bots are in there, and the worst thing that y'all did was add bots to the game and not add a server browser. And the reason why y'all did not add a server browser is because y'all wanted Portal, but Portal was the worst thing that y'all did. And y'all have a Battlefield coming out, right? Implement that Portal into the Battlefield, because y'all do not need it into the base game. The BR will be the best suit for Portal. It would. It just would. It sounds more fair for, us base players. We can have the server browser. Y'all can have the Portal and all the stuff y'all implement into BR, right? So the thing with 2042 server browser is that y'all gave everybody too much freedom. So if y'all want the more service to, have people buy their own servers to put it into, you know, you know, to make their own servers, right? For the server browser. And they have to pay, right? BF4, BF3, BF hardline. I don't know about 1 or 5. If they if if y'all want to do that, if y'all want to give us the freedom to pay for the servers that we need to make and have our own admins and stuff, but ban ban or remove the admins who play too much, right? We don't need no admins who kick for no reason on the first day or, you know, crash. And we do need some people who I don't look. I don't know if SecureBot will work for this server browser, but it should work. It should. So if y'all have people who are looking up of how to DDoS on the server browser, first off, you should be more y'all should be more aggressive with how y'all treat people who do that weird stuff, right? Y'all at least need to find that their IP, and ban them off of it. Y'all need to do something with people who buy servers or get into a server and does that weirdo script kiddie stuff, right? We need to find people like that. And I know that's generally one reason why people, or not people, you guys probably do not want the server browser in the game. And it's a good thing that y'all did try something new to add the server browser in a fun way, but it's not really a fun way that we will actually, do. We will probably only do it for, you know, the aim trainer or the testing the weapons or whatnot. So even that, we really don't need that. Y'all can just implement that stuff in the game like BF4 did. Had the little training center. And the thing is, the server browser needs to be utilized. It needs to be actively moderated. It needs to be watched. Because a lot of weird people can do stuff on server browsers like it has been happening before and probably still is happening. Who knows? People get banned for no reason on their own server browsers. If y'all do want to have us pay for our creation of server browsers, people do ban each other for no reason, and it will make server browser unfun, you know. Because yes, it is pretty fun to look through all the servers of your field lobbies. And I know damn well y'all like to look at all those green field lobbies, huh? Yeah, so look, the server browsers needs to be implemented into the game. It needs to be good. It needs to be watched. And everybody who is being weird on the server browser needs to get banned. Either needs to get banned, get their account erased, or something. We can't show mercy to people who make y'all game unfun. And it just shows that people do not want to have a server browser when the server browser is one of the main reasons why all your games are alive, because y'all can actively search for what game is still going on and what game is not going on. If y'all just have to press start and play, the game is probably going to be like, oh, if I get into a probably if I was a casual, right, and I get into a server that was full of bots, I was like, oh, why is there full of bots? And then I actually go to a server, right? I go, I go, I go look it up and be like, oh, why am I getting bots in the online game? And they be like, the game is dead. At least when they say BF1 and BF5 and BF4 and BF3, all them is dead. At least you can find at least 2 servers that has at least 64 players on it. And yeah, even though the game's dead, you're still playing 32v32. You're still playing a full game. And for that, right, you can still keep going and play different games instead of going out and backing out and having to start a new game. Meaning that y'all can still play in that server for as long as you want to keep the player count going and jumping and jumping and jumping. And people can leave as they please in that one game because you know it does feel kind of you know stale to win a game or lose a game or whatever and get out of the server and then press start instead of like winning a game or losing a game and taking a little break, seeing all our stuff and waiting for the next game to jump to see we want if we want to start the new game, if we want to actively keep playing um in the next game, or do we want to leave before the next game starts and call it a day? We just need that freedom of what we want to do in Battlefield, right? So that's all I'm gonna say is that we do need the server browsers for the game. Server browsers is a nice extension for the game, and I don't see a reason why y'all should remove it. And if y'all add it back, we just can't have people have the freedom for the game because then y'all mess up the server browser and make it look like y'all did not do anything with the server browser, especially for casuals when they can have the freedom to do anything they want and it's not pertaining to the game and can make the game more dead because nobody's playing their base game and you know the game's dead. The base game's dead, and y'all gave people too much freedom and not like actively playing your game that y'all want us to do, play the game, and we want to too. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for the video. And yeah, please, I think my idea is up there, and if other people had the same idea or the different idea, I would like to hear about it. So that's all I'm gonna say is that the server browser I think should be implemented into the game. And I hope y'all like, share, and subscribe for the video if y'all like the video. And if y'all didn't like the video, y'all do not really need to do that. Just be genuine in what you want to do. So that's all I'm going to say. And I'm out.